make one more. This one is about physical pain and like how to beat physical pain. I think that is really. I've watched some sat songs with Muji, and there's a few where they talk about physical pain and how do you reach an enlightened state when you're experiencing pain, which is, it's like super super hard. And because if you're constantly stuck in your body, then it's hard to reach those states of unity and without creating that wall, because if you're experiencing pain, it kind of puts up this wall between you and the surrounding world, or the God frequency, or that love frequency around you, and it's hard to unify and blend with that. And my experience hasn't been necessarily like super intense pain, but it's more of just been physical sensations of like anxiety, pressure, and pressure on my throat and neck, throat and neck, and like my back. I've felt pain before, and like physical pressure, feeling like it's pushing on my chest or like down in my solar plexus. And I've kind of had to learn how to let go of that and beat that sensation. And it's been sound. Like I've talked about this in other videos, but holding love space while listening to sound is like really, it's such a good technique. It's worked for me like so well, and every time that I'll experience and feel that pressure or whatever, it means you're not thinking about sound. Like, or it means you're not present. And so every time that it happens, that I'll feel that, I'll go back to sound immediately, and then my mind will immediately try and go back and remember like that pressure being there, or that physical sensation of pain being there. And but if you can catch that right as it wants to come, and that it's really a memory, right? You're not being present because you're remembering that physical sensation of pain, or that physical sensation in your body. And if you can keep going back and immediately catching that, and holding love and loving the sound that comes in, instead of letting your mind remember that pain, then you can keep doing that, and eventually that it goes away completely. And it's I really think of it as like I was gonna say the placebo effect, but that doesn't really make sense, to be honest. Like it's like the power of your mind. That pain isn't really truly who you are, and if you can make that love light shine through of your true being, and overpower that memory and that sensation of pain with the present, and loving the present moment, then your mind is more powerful than anything. And that's why, like, there's stories of these yogis having extraordinary powers, and like Jesus healing these people, is because they realized that their mind was more powerful than this three-dimensional reality that we live in, and that we can modify and alter this reality. Kind of like when Morpheus is like, I don't remember exactly what he says. He's like, some of the laws may be broken, or something like that, and that it's really true. And how like scientists say that we're probably living in a simulation, and I think that's how the three-dimensional reality that we live in kind of works. Is it's moldable, and if you have that knowing inside of you, then it's all right here. And you make that change with perception and belief, And other things with physical pain, there's also like things that if you like doing yoga, for instance, like in stretching, not having loose muscles can make your nerves be a lot more sensitive, and make you experience a lot more joint pain and stuff like that. And so do yoga. Also doing there's two things I want to mention, is like ozone therapy is really, really good. And it's, if you got your own ozone machine and like did that, that can help with like a lot of inflammation. Grounding is also another one. Like there's a lot of scientific research behind grounding and how your body is like positively charged and the earth is negatively charged, and it works like a battery. Like if a battery in a car, if the ground is loose to a certain device in your car, then it doesn't work properly, or it'll kind of work, but it'll like be finicky and go in and out of working, or like just really weird problems will occur. And that's the same thing with your body. If you're not grounding to the earth, and I mean like actually physically stepping onto the earth, like stepping onto grass, or like with your bare feet onto dirt, or you know, if you're not doing that, or like going swimming at a lake or something, you're gonna have more problems just because of how physics of electricity works. And yeah, like the scientific research behind it shows that if you're grounding more, you can reduce inflammation in your body by like 80 to 90% within like 2 weeks of like grounding regularly. And it's pretty amazing to see these like inflamed parts of people's bodies and how they just keep shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. Yeah, so and like inflammation is really it's the root cause of all disease. And if you can beat that if you can beat the source of all of the disease, then your inflamed nerves and inflamed muscles and areas of your body that are in pain, if you can drastically reduce that inflammation, then it can help a lot with that that sensation and that discombobulated electrical charge that's going into your brain, sending the pain signal, you know. Drinking lemon water is also really good. That's lowers inflammation in your body. But yeah, I think that's about it, guys. But yeah, be here now.